Good day and welcome to our explanation of how to use tub and tile epoxy acrylic paint. And what this is for is tubs and tiles that are made of, plastic, right? So your fiberglass type tubs, things like that. As you can see here, it says ceramic tiles, tubs, sinks, so on and so forth. And what you want to do is refinish them. Now, I've never done this with a large area before, and I'm not about to start now. This is primarily meant for patching. So you can see down here, we have a patch from a crack that we had in the tub, which isn't perfect, and we really need to fix this up. So as far as the coloration goes, and as far as sort of sealing it up goes, we'd like to do something better than what's there. Although this is watertight, we'd still like to do more. So, and you might be able to tell, it was very hard in the video to see, but some of the paint, the surfaces come off here from our scrubbing with very light grit sandpaper. You can see here there's a chunk missing in particular. So look, if you want to do this properly, you can read the side of the can and it'll tell you what to do, but it's pretty obvious. What you need to do is sand this down a little bit. So you can either use, like steel wool or extremely fine sandpaper. What you want to do is make sure that the surface is very, very clean. So I'm going to go around here and I'm just going to sand this area where I'm not happy with it. Now that's sanded down nicely, but if we paint it now, of course, all of this dust is going to get into the paint and it's not going to work. So what you need to do is make sure you brush it off with a soft cloth and then a little bit of water on your soft cloth to make sure that that guy is as clean as can be. Right? Paint's not going to stick to dirt. Paint's not going to stick to, well, it'll stick to the dirt. That's the problem. You don't want it sticking to the dirt. You want it sticking to the tub. So you gotta make sure the surface is clean, 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 and as smooth as you can get it. Now I can see in my case, I have some more little dimples to scratch out here, which you probably won't have to do, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, now, if you have a chrome drain in or something like that, you're probably going to want to tape it down. Now in my case, I've pulled mine out because I'm going to change it because it's gross, but that's a different video. So I've got this clean, I've got this dry, and it's smooth, there's no loose bits on it. And so now is the time when we spray. Okay, so I'm going to take this can and I'm going to shake it vigorously for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a long time, but you really need to hear that ball going back and forth, and you really want to make sure that it's mixed up. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch this, but trust me, I'm going to do this for 2 minutes. I'm going to turn it upside down as well and shake it. Okay, so you want to hold this about a foot away from the area. So I'm going to step back so you can't actually see that because that's just a little too close. And give it a quick glancing spray. Nothing too heavy. Now, another thing to note is you're supposed to do this twice. So you let it sit. Don't put too much on or it'll blob up and look like a mess. And you don't want that. So let it do a coat. Let it sit for about 2 hours, and then come back and do another coat. After that, you have to let it sit for 3 days. So I'll be back in about 2 hours, which obviously I'm not going to make you wait for. So here we are 2 hours later. Give the can a shake again, including shaking it upside down. Make sure everything comes out. And let's give it another quick coat. And then we'll let it sit. Now, a couple of notes here. This product says that there's enough in this can, which is 340 grams there in Canada, to do an entire tub, which is a bit of a surprise, but you know, I guess it can. Now, whether it can do 2 coats, I don't really know, but the point is, if you have an old, you know, olive green tub, this might actually be a solution. Well, a temporary solution, you know, until you eventually get it replaced. But if you've got something that you just need to patch up because you've got a rental, or because you just need it fixed because it's gross and you just need to get it gone, get it tidied up, well, this might actually be a solution. Another thing to note is you can't use this in extreme heat, so don't use it, or extreme temperatures. So don't use it above 100 degrees, it says, and don't use, you know, when the air temperature is above 100, and don't use it when it's below 40. So basically your standard temperatures are the happy places here. It's a day later, and I wanted to consider improving this even further, even though my wife very much doesn't want me to. So the patch has gone on very nicely. It's nice and smooth. It's, yeah, it's done a nice job. However, the overspray, which I did on purpose because there were some scratches and things I wanted to take out, well, that seems to be a little tactile, a little more tactile and like not quite as smooth. So what I'm going to do is, just as a test, and I don't think this is going to work, I may have to repaint it, and if I do, I do. It doesn't cost anything, so why not, is to use a polishing kit. So in my case, I've just got this crappy, very cheap set of sanding pads, or buffing pads, and I'm just going to attach it to my drill, and we're going to try to buff this and see if it actually improves it, or if it makes it worse, then I've got to redo it. Most likely, it's going to screw it up. So let's see here. Now, the kit in question that I've got comes with this lovely you know, Velcro attachment. Also, I've got a sanding pad, but I think I'm just going to use this foam block for the moment here. So let's just get this attached. So in my case, the kit came with this little adapter, which I'll just screw in by hand. It doesn't have to be in very tight. And let's just pop that in. There we go. There we go. Now let's see if this helps or if it hurts. Now, another thing is I do have a little bit of polishing stuff that I had from a previous job on here. This was stuff that I used on a headlights. I was trying to buff out, right? Old headlights that had gone cloudy. So there's still a little bit of that sort of chemical grit on here. You won't need it, but just what's on here, in case you're wondering. So let's just see if I can make this smoother or not. Or whether it just makes it worse. Well, actually, that's a fair amount better. So I think that this is worth doing. Now, do I want to spend a lot of time on it? No. Do I want to, you know, sell this as a cure-all? No. Or a giant improvement? No. But I can also say that the way that this paint is taken to the underlying product, right? The acrylic, means that I'm very sure I would not want to paint an entire tub with it, even though you technically can. I think this is great for patches, and that's about where I would leave it. And the last thing before we finish up is that you have to make sure there's no water in here for 1 day, no. 2 days, no. Keep going. 3 days. So don't use the tub for 3 days, and you need to let it harden up.
Because this is the last in our 3-part series on how to repair a tub, let's take a look at the before pictures here, and then let's zoom out to the after pictures.
All right, now look at that. How sweet is that? All right, that's it. If you have any questions or concerns, please get a hold of us at www.urtech.ca. Thanks. Bye-bye.